Skål, which is Viking for hello love. I'm here with another review. You see what I did there with the whole Viking thing? There's a reason for this. It's because I'm reviewing a drink that was brought over to merry old England many decades ago by the Vikings. That's right. And I'll show you what the drink is that I'm going to be reviewing. That Viking heritage tipple. Mead. Traditional mead. Now, I've never ever had this before, and for those who have, you know, good on you. But I'm not one of those people. In fact, I've never ever tried it at all. This all looks magical and mystical and mysterious. And it's made by Jack Rat. And it's an original honey mead. It's sweet and moorish with rich, deep honey flavours, and it's 14.5% volume, 75 centilitre bottle. Whether I'll drink all of it, don't know, probably not. And basically it's like some kind of like honeyed wine that's like fermented and like served in a big glass or whatever, you know, that the Viking warriors used to drink. And once they finished doing the business in this country, the whole mead culture spread, and basically everywhere that had Vikings had mead. So yeah, it's interesting. But on the back of this bottle, it tells us a bit more about who made it. And the person who made it is obviously Jack Rat, but it's made also by Lime Bay Winery, which is a small, dedicated West Country company passionate about producing delicious, award-winning drinks. So yeah, just imagine a load of Vikings in the West Country, you know. Jag kommer hem. Hello there. You are, you know, just in fact, imagine Viking Wurzels. That's basically what Lime Bay Winery is. So yeah, it's sweet and moorish with rich It's sweet and moorish with rich, deep honey flavours, a great accompaniment to strong cheeses and full-flavoured casseroles. Serve at room temperature. Well, I haven't had it on a fridge or anything. And yeah, so it is at room temperature. Unfortunately, I don't have any strong cheese. I've got some mozzarella in the fridge, but that probably wouldn't work. A casserole, nah. But yeah, and as you can see, you know, keeping with the Viking theme, I've done my hair up in a Viking way, which means I've half-assed the ponytail and left a little bit at the back flowing. I know what you're thinking right now, don't you? You're thinking, right, that guy looks just like him from Thor. And you know what? You'd be right to say that, because I look just like Idris Elba. I agree. And to make things even more authentic, I'm actually going to drink this via a goblet which was handcrafted by Baldur from the Aesir himself. A literal Viking god crafted this with his own hands. Maybe not. But it does kind of look kind of cute though. I mean, look, it's got flamingos on it. Yeah. Drinking mead from a glass with flamingos. Normally I drink whiskey from this, so thankfully I can't smell tormordu out of it, so it means it's been washed out, so I'm going to get a pure taste of Viking mead. So without further ado, let's crack this pot open. Yeah, you hear that? That cracking noise? That's the sound of a bottle that hasn't been opened yet. So let's just pour a little bit out. Oh yeah. I can actually hear that Amon Amarth song playing as soon as I open that bottle. So that's how you know it's authentic. So yeah, here's what it looks like in the glass. Well, you know what it looks like in a bottle though. As you can tell, it's not a beer, it's not a cider, so there's no carbonation. No domination, no moderation, this is none. So yeah, let's have a sniff. Smells like honey piss. It really does, it smells like honey piss. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because once upon a time I had a curry in Southport, this like restaurant. The curry stunk of piss, but it fucking tasted amazing. It was like a tikka masala, but I've never smelled anything like it, and I've never tasted anything like it. The taste was out of this world. Unfortunately, the smell was, it kind of put a damper on things, but the taste, fantastic. Hopefully this will be the same. Yeah. Now, we know what it looks like, we know what it smells like, but the most important part is the taste. Will it be traditional mead, or will it taste like someone's weed? Because it certainly fucking smells like it has. There's only one way to find out. Bottoms up, and up your bottoms. Here we go. Oh, it's got burn at the end. Definitely, the mouthfeel was a bit slightly burny, but as soon as it goes down, that's when it hits. It's not as strong as when you have a scotch, and that burns, but it is a bit of a burn. Taste wise, it's quite sweet. Never had anything like it. In fact, if you sort of, it's weird because it doesn't taste like any sort of wine. I've had wine before and I don't like it, I'll be honest, wine. But if you sort of get like a whiskey and you sort of throw a loads of like, in fact, when you do a hot toddy and you get like loads of like the lemon shit and the honey in that, and you all mix it together, it's like that but without the lemon. That's what it tastes like, you know. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit weird me saying this, but it tastes like a hot toddy. You know, that hot whiskey drink with less whiskey but more honey. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, I'll be honest. It's not for everyone, but would I recommend it? If you want something that's gonna sort of tingle the taste buds a bit and leave an impression and make you feel like you've had something, and probably get you pissed, because let's be honest, 14.5%, you throw this in a big fuck off like pint glass or whatever and just throw it down, you're gonna get twatted. But if you do what I'm doing right now, because I'm only trying it, it might, you know, I thought I'm not gonna do a big pint glass because I might not enjoy it. I thought I'd do it in the little flamingo glass, and I'm enjoying it. It's alright, you know. The only downside is that piss smell that we got earlier. It kind of, have you ever been in like like one of those subways? There is one in Liverpool where I live, around by where is it? Scotland, Norway, not too far from there. Where there's like there's a big road with all the cars going like 3 different lanes, and you got like a little subway going underneath it. You can just walk through it, and it fucking absolutely stinks of fucking piss in there. That's what that smells like. And unfortunately, you know where you can smell some like really intense piss smell and it gets on your taste buds? That kind of does taste like it. That's the only downside, but everything else, that's pretty spot on. You know, I like it, you know. So yeah, if you want to try if you want to get back to your roots, if you're one of those Viking types, or even if you're a old-fashioned Anglo-Saxon, which I'm neither, then you could, you know, go for it. This right here. I mean, there's loads of different mead companies. This is just one of many, so you don't necessarily have to go for Jack Ratton Lime Bay Winery. You can go anywhere. But yeah, one way or another, you can enjoy yourself. And I know that there's ones that are like other different types of mead with other flavourings thrown in just to spice it up a little, like just throw like strawberries or cranberries in it or whatever. But either or, yeah, should be alright. into Valhalla. So yeah, I'd give that a, you know, on a scale of 1 to Odin, I'd give it a Heimdall. You know, it's not terrible, it's not bad, it's not the best thing I've ever had, but it's good, it's good. Heimdall's good, you know. Guarding the Rainbow Bridge or whatever, you know. Can't get to Valhalla without that fella. So yeah, I'd give it an okay little run. About a 7 out of 10. Nonetheless, that concludes tonight's review. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it. I've been curious about this for a while and it's been fun. No disappointments at all. Nonetheless, hope you enjoy your evening and I'll be signing out. Take care everyone.